If my positive review of the first movie didn't piss people off, this one probably will. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen was released in 2009, directed by Michael Bay once again, starring Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox, and this movie is well regarded as probably the worst big budget action film ever made. But I like it, kinda, so let's go into it, starting off with the good. And like I said, there's still stuff I like in this movie. First of all, I still like Shia LaBeouf as Sam. I still think he's interesting. He pretty much just goes for broke in this movie and goes completely crazy. And that's what's so entertaining about his performance here. Fun. I had fun with him. Other human characters. First of all, John Turturro comes back as Simmons. Fun character. I love Simmons in this movie. Then you got Lennox, played by Josh Duhamel, and then you got Tyrese Gibson's character. They're a lot more fun in this movie as well. I think they're good characters. And then you get the Transformers themselves, and you get a couple new ones that I want to talk about. First of all, Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime. Still great, still a badass. Probably one of his best performances as Optimus, especially in that forest fight. Such an inspiring badass in that scene. Hugo Weaving is back as Megatron. Really great to see him again. Megatron, like I have said, is one of my favorite villains of all time, as well as Optimus Prime is one of my favorite heroes of all time. So, really fun to see them back in their roles. Bumblebee is still fun. Really great chemistry with Sam. And Ironhide, still a badass as well. And the new ones I want to talk about, first of all, is Jetfire. I think he's a fun, almost hilarious character. I really like his character arc in this movie, how he's an older character, so he's walking around with a cane made of a landing gear wheel. Fun little detail there. And I like how he's kind of a curmudgeon. He just doesn't care about this war anymore. He wants it to be over, and he's joining the Autobots. Really fun character, really fun performance from his voice actor. I really like Jetfire. And then you got the main villain of this movie, and that is the Fallen, voiced by Tony Todd. And he's such a menacing presence in this movie. Now, his real name is never said in the movie, but in Transformers lore, the Fallen is Megatronus Prime, and he pretty much betrayed the Primes and formed the Decepticons, which led to the war for Cybertron. And I really liked the Fallen in this movie. He doesn't really do a whole lot, but he's still got a good presence, a good menacing presence, especially with Tony Todd voicing him. Just great presence there. And outside of the characters themselves, I thought that the action sequences in this movie were honestly even better than the action sequences in the first one. Oh, and also Wheelie, fun little character in there, voiced by Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob. Really fun character. He was always one of my favorites in the franchise. Regardless, action sequences are fantastic here. You get a lot more in this movie, and they go a lot bigger. I really love the scene where Optimus is fighting Megatron, Starscream, and Grindor in the forest. And spoiler alert for people who, for some reason, haven't seen this movie, Optimus Prime dies halfway through this movie, and he doesn't come back until the third act. Now, of course, this isn't the first time Optimus Prime has died in a Transformers movie. He died in the 86 movie as well, but they actually kept him dead in that movie. But regardless, I think that they handled Optimus Prime's death really well in this movie. And I just really love how everything plays out, all the action. Like I said, fun action. You get Devastator in the mix near the end of the movie, and one of the dumbest lines in cinema history.
I am directly below enemy scrotum.
But it's so dumb, it's fun. I just have fun with this movie. Now, this movie infamously came out during the writer's strike, or it was in production during the writer's strike, one of the two. So what they had for a script is what they had to work with. There were no rewrites because of the writer's strike. And it really shows in the dialogue, but some of it kind of works. There's a lot of humor in this movie that they just kind of went there. And they were just kind of allowed to do what they wanted because of the writer's strike. So, yeah, there was some stuff in this movie I got a good laugh out of it because of how stupid some of the dialogue was. But yeah, that's about all for the good. On to the bad, and yeah, there's still some stuff I don't like here. First of all, the inclusion of Skids and Mudflap. What are these characters? I don't like these characters at all. I think they're unfunny. They're painfully unfunny, in fact. And I just was not a fan of how they were utilized. Apparently Michael Bay wasn't either, because they were cut out of the third movie. Even though they're in the comic tied to the third movie where Sentinel Prime kills them. But they're not in this movie. And yeah, it's shown why. They're not very liked. Nobody likes these characters. And also, yeah, I still am not a fan of some of the other humans. First of all, Michaela, played by Megan Fox, she's a little bit more developed in this movie, but I still think she's pretty much forgettable. Sam's roommate, annoying as hell. And Sam's parents as well, still annoying as hell, especially his mother. Yeah, and then there's some humor, still doesn't really land. There's some of it, especially with Skids and Mudflap. I'm sorry, I don't like those characters. But yeah, that's about all for the bad. On to the final thoughts. This is not a good movie, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. I know that this is regarded as one of the worst movies of all time, but I can't help but have fun with it. It's dumb fun for me. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen is not good, but it's watchable, it's fun, I have a good time with it. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So those are my thoughts on Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Have you seen this movie? Let me know down in the comments what you thought about it if you have seen it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.